This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
It's day 19 of the World Cup. Canada are the first nation through to the round of 16 after beating South Africa, and we've got 3 round of 32 matches to come today, so there's plenty to get into. Welcome into Morning Footy, 48 Nations. I'm your host, Hannah Cash, alongside JD Dyer, Tony Miola and Jimmy Conrad. Boys, happy Monday. How are we feeling? Good?
I can't believe it's Monday. She is coming with the right energy today. Look at her smiling. Hey. It's the sunshine. It's the sunshine that's making you feel this way.
It's the sunshine. We've got some really good games coming up today. I'm really excited.
Yeah, good games. I don't even know. You said Monday. That's new news to me. I didn't realize it was Monday. Every day.
It's day 19.
Exactly. Day 19. That's the most important one. Day 19.
And what do we have to get to?
I don't even know anymore.
41?
41?
Oh.
We're not halfway there, I guess, but we're getting there.
We're nearly there, aren't we?
Yeah.
104 games. That's what I got circled in my mind.
I said yesterday to the boys, JD, after the group stages, we were 70% done with all the matches. I'm guessing
70%?
I guess now it might be like 72, 73.
Oh, massive, your strong suit. I like this. This is good.
I just guessed that, but quite a surprising stat, that, wasn't it?
It's not bad. 70% of the game's done already. There's been a lot of football. There's been a lot of football. But I'm happy that one of the hosts is through, especially setting the foundation. And I know we're going to get into it, but it is important that the hosts, as far as they can go, let them go as far as they can. It's really important.
Yeah. I've actually been told it was just 39 days total, the World Cup. The thing that was 41 days is Nico's RV trip.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's been ingrained in our brain.
He's on day 20 of 41.
Credit to him, man.
Yeah.
So his RV trip's actually longer than the World Cup.
Well, yeah, he has to get home.
And he had to get started.
Yeah,
start.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. OK, well, he's halfway through, near enough. You mentioned some of the hosts, Canada. The Canadian men's national team made some World Cup history yesterday, playing in their first ever World Cup knockout round match. And the Canadians delivered in dramatic fashion, everyone, with Stefan Eustáquio scoring a 92nd minute winner from the 18 yards out to send the Canadians to the round of 16 for the first time. So this is what some of the newspapers had to say over in Canada this morning. In the Toronto Sun, they put Sweet 16 because they're off to the next round and they'll be facing either the winner of Netherlands or Morocco in Houston. That game will be on July 4th. Then in the Toronto Star, following Canada's victory, Jesse Marsch gathered his players in a huddle on the pitch and delivered a motivational speech right in front of the cameras, saying his players are Canadian heroes. So he was later asked about that moment in his post-match press conference, and here is what he had to say.
Yeah, I mean, look, people like to say it's performative to meet on the pitch, and frankly, I don't give a shit what people have to say. Like, all I care about is our own team and what we do together. And in these moments, it's hard because after the game, everybody gets pulled in a million different directions by media, and you don't really have a chance to be with your team unless you take that moment right there. So at different times, we've shared messages with each other. I always try to get the leaders to speak because, again, they're Canadian. This is their national team. But I wanted to be able to, voice to them, like, how important a moment this will prove to be for the sport in the country, for the national team program.
If we look at this Canada team so far in the World Cup, they've earned their first ever World Cup point, first ever World Cup win, gotten to the knockout stages for the first time, gotten their first ever knockout stage win. Do you think Jesse Marsch calling them Canada's heroes after the game was fair to say?
Yes, I do. I don't know if that was the right time to say it. For me, that's something you say at the end of the tournament, right? You whatever the journey is, you can say then, hey, listen, you've achieved a lot. All the things that you mentioned, we've never done it before. So I thought the timing of it was interesting. It's not either good or bad for me. It's just interesting timing. I do think that he has the opportunity, as he mentioned, to get the group together and to say something. They made history. They won the biggest game in the history of their program. And you have a coach who is built on enthusiasm and passion and wants to speak and wants to be in with his team. There's nothing surprising about what happened. For me, I just thought calling them Canadian heroes, though they are, I just thought maybe you could just save that towards the end. But that's his choice as a coach. He elected to do that. And obviously, they got a big test against Netherlands and Morocco. I know he makes headlines with a lot of things that he says. Was it performative? Hell yes, it was performative. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's very methodical in that way. it's no problem. But yeah, it's definitely for some people that he pushes some buttons, and so I could see why there's some reaction to it. But I'm not surprised that this happened at all.
Congratulations to them. It's a huge step for Canadian football, right? They just started their league. They're getting to a point. He keeps talking about we want to become a footballing nation, and now we have a chance to play one of the big boys again, and they get to the final 60. This is massive for the federation. It's massive for the sport in their country. Jesse's done a really good job of setting up his team the way he wants it set up, and they've all taken that identity. The speech is part of the identity that this team has, right? It's we're in your face. It's everyone knows what we're doing. We're not afraid. I'm not a big fan of it, if I'm being completely honest. I'm a fan of going in the dressing room and doing it. But if you want to do it that way, if that's for a manager, you have to do everything you think you can do or should do to motivate your team. If he thinks that's the way to motivate his team and get them to the next step, then go and motivate your team. On the field, if you got to go in the stands, do it there if you think you have to do it. But he's pushing the right buttons with that team to get them to win games. And that ultimately is the most important thing.
I almost knew that Tony was not going to be a fan of it because no, I did because Tony is I would say, and this is me knowing you and working with you and calling you a friend as well. You're someone that you believe that it doesn't need to be out there for the world to see in terms of the results. The results is what you're actually holding them their standards to. So if I'm going to talk about their results, it's been an incredible tenure for them so far. Like what they've done, man, and done, it's clear that they've exceeded their expectations. Whatever the expectations were as a head coach, he's making those sort of statements because they've now exceeded it. So everything after this now is a bonus for them. But I would say something though. Canada sports in general is in a very interesting space because I remember covering the 2024 Olympics basketball team and they were talking about that being the golden generation. Now, some of these names will go over your head, Hannah, and that's okay. SGA, Dylan Brooks, all the rest of it. And the pressure that went on them was they went into that tournament and they had to exceed expectations. Now, everyone saw that they didn't quite live up to those expectations. What I'm seeing now from the Canada football team is there has been a real foundation that has been built into this country in terms of what sports can give them. I saw it in the Copa America when they had the third place finish, or they didn't quite work out in the third place. I think they lost in penalties to Uruguay, if I remember correctly. Alphonso Davies missing the important penalty. But then now, this was their coming out party. This was their moment to turn around and showcase to the world what they can do. And they've hit those expectations where we're no longer looking at Canada as, oh, they're America's little brothers, or they're just happy to be here. No, they have prominent stars that are playing in some of the biggest clubs around world football. And now, as an international team, they showcase they can go up against some of the best. Now, what he's doing, though, is laying a real hard line in saying, now we have a real challenge. Netherlands or Morocco, whoever comes out and they play in the Sweet 16, it's going to be phenomenal. Canada are going to be the underdogs in that. It's now, what can you do from here? Because everything now is about dreaming. Now we're talking about actually creating memories that these fans will hold on to probably for the rest of their lives. So congratulations to them. That's probably should have been the first thing that came out my mouth.
Yeah, I will piggyback off of what JD said. The longer that they're in the tournament, we've been saying this from the U.S. perspective on our podcast in particular, call it what you want for everybody that doesn't know that exists.
I like it.
But the longer you go in the tournament, the more opportunity that you get to be seen visibly by the younger generation. All of us have stories where we were inspired by the team that did something that we didn't think was possible, right? And it could have been a different sport. It could have been 1980 hockey for Tones, because he's... Don't do that to him.
I gave you a compliment. That's your boys do.
That wasn't even me.
That wasn't even
shaming
I expected it from Hannah, not my ex-teammate, but...
Age shaming from Jimmy.
Hannah,
wow.
There
was color television back then, too, just so we're clear,
Whoa.
okay?
Well, you didn't have a soccer team to inspire you because you were the team that qualified for 90.
86 is the team that inspired me, the team that didn't get to the World Cup, right? The team that failed to get to the World Cup.
All right.
Yeah.
Why did they inspire you then?
Because I thought in my mind the U.S. should be in the World Cup, right? And I said I want to see the U.S. in the World Cup. I had no idea that 4 years later that I would be part of getting to the World. Zero idea. It was a pipe dream for me. But I thought, okay, I'm going to get in this sport that I love. I was playing obviously at the time, and I'm going to do everything I can to help this sport get to the World Cup. I hated seeing that game in L.A. Coliseum where they lose to Costa Rica and they don't get to the World Cup. Like, it killed me, right? Because I'm like, this is the U.S. We should be in the World Cup. Even when I was watching that, I had no idea. Well, at that point, if I'm doing the math right, they hadn't been in the World Cup for 36 years.
Yeah.
It was 40 years till we got to the World Cup. So that's what inspired me. Of course, 80 hockey team, I think every just American athlete was inspired by that. You didn't have to play a particular sport. That was inspiring. But I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was, you know, that was the team that got me into that.
Well, no, you had some experience of seeing a team that thought could do more, right? And now with Canada, and I think this is where Jesse's coming from ultimately, is that these guys are heroes for that next generation. They're going to remember this. I mean, I love when Christian Pulisic references the big famous goal from Landon Donovan in the 2010 World Cup against Algeria. Like, that was a pivotal moment for him, being like, I want to be a part of that. And so now that Canada has that moment of their own, I think that's going to be really special for them.
Yeah, a pivotal moment for US soccer, though, was when they got to the knockouts in '94 with your team, Tony. What was the message going into those knockout rounds? Was it one of satisfaction, or was it one of, we can really push on and do more here?
Well, the message was for about 6 months leading up to that, no team had ever, no host nation had ever not made it out of the first round. So it was like, let's not be the first. That was kind of the motivation internally, right? Is let's not be the first team host country that doesn't get to.
Now, that's a good-looking dude right there.
That doesn't get to the next round, the knockout rounds, right? So that was the motivation for a long time during preparation. I don't think. I think this Canadian team maybe was a little bit ahead of that because they have a league. They had a little bit of, not a little bit, really good success in Copa America, as you referenced. And I think they expected to get to the next round, right? They had seen a real sample size that said, yeah, we're good enough to get to the next round. So, look, I'm happy for Jesse. I'm happy. I think it's great for CONCACAF. It's great that they do well. I won't root for them if they play the U.S. There's no way, right? Like, that's where I hope that they, don't play well. But I think it's great for our region of the world.
Yeah, and Canada will be facing Morocco or Netherlands in the round of 16, whoever wins that game today. Who do you think they'll want to come up against? Who do you think will be better faced for that?
It doesn't really matter either way. They're very different teams. I think Morocco have gone past the surprise package anymore. What they did in 2022 in Qatar, I think, has really showcased to the world. And also what you're seeing from African nations in this World Cup in terms of their progression, whether that's Senegal, Congo, Ivory Coast. Like, Africa are here to stay now. They're no longer just a team that were, as historically was seen as someone that could just come and take part. Like, they could really do something. So I think Morocco set an important foundation in 2022, and what I'm seeing in them in 26 is that they want to try to exceed those expectations. Now, we know that they've obviously changed their coaching staff, changed their direction, had internal problems in terms of even key players. So the question mark about what the continuity of that squad is fair. But what they've showcased on the pitch over the last few years, I think, has really trumped a lot of any sort of question marks we had over the Netherlands. I almost feel sorry for the Netherlands, and you guys will know this. Like, they're almost that team, Hannah, historically, that we always look at and we think to ourselves, they should have won one by now. Like, why have they not? You know how many world-class players have played for Netherlands? How many times I've looked at that squad and been like, that's the squad. That's the squad that's going to win a World Cup. And they never quite there. For the first time, this is the one of the times I looked at the squad and I was like, that's not.
Which means they're going to have a deep run now.
Which is when exactly.
Because your expectations are lower.
Your bracket?
Yeah.
I picked the Netherlands to go through today. Who did you pick?
I picked Netherlands to go through as well.
You did?
Well, we haven't decided yet.
I think both teams are a tough matchup for Canada.
Very in the lead, sorry.
Do we want to see a Hakimi-Davies matchup potentially? We did see Davies come on yesterday.
Or Dumfries-Davies matchup. I mean, either way, I don't know if Alphonso Davies will start the next game. I hope that he does, because I thought they improved when he got on the field. But it's going to be a tough matchup either way. They've faced two European teams already in this tournament. They tied Bosnia and they lost to Switzerland. So I'm leaning more towards the European teams or Morocco to get a result if they go through.
OK, then, everyone. I think we have got some comments we're going to be looking at now. Some fans of Jesse Marsh.
Okay,
I don't
Jessie.
give a...
Okay.
I've never sworn on TV. I'm going to keep it that way. Great moment for Jesse.
Great decision, by the way.
I think quite a lot of fans are liking Jesse Marsh. We've got another one here. I love Jesse Marsh, and he is the person that Canada needs right now. Would you agree that he's the person Canada needs?
Yeah, they needed. I think Jimmy and I probably know best here on the panel based on playing with some of these Canadian players in our teams, right? I think this has come probably 10 years later than we all thought this would come for Canadian football. They've had some really good players over the years and just could never get over the hump. They needed somebody at the top that would stick their chest out a little bit, right, and say, hey, no, we can play. We're going to prove to you that we can play. I think you said something about the little brother to the U.S. or something, some feeling like that. Although that never came, that was never the feeling from a U.S. camp standpoint. That might have been the perception, but they needed somebody like Jesse to say, you know what? We're coming after you, right?
And we're good.
And we're good. We
good
can
players.
play.
Yeah.
They never had that. It was I think from playing against them, I always thought it felt like they had an inferiority complex, right? It wasn't us thinking that we were better. And I think that was the perception that the world had of Canada. But Jesse's changed the narrative for Canadian football. Yeah. And he turns out now to be exactly the person that they needed to do this. Yep. Right? Because you have an older manager, they might not stand out there and be so boastful and say, you guys are Canadian heroes. They would have taken another route, maybe. So he's been perfect for Canada, in my estimation.
Yeah, definitely. So Canada are into the round of 16. They're going to be facing either the Netherlands or Morocco. We'll find out the winner of that game later today. We are going to be taking a break here on Morning Footy, everyone. We've got much more 48 Nations coming up on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion!
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies. Now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
3 round of 32 matches are on schedule today in the World Cup as the knockout stage continues. And guys, look, we're in for a treat. The first game, Brazil versus Japan. Japan have beaten Brazil just once in 14 meetings. However, that was in their last friendly they played in October 2025. Next game, Germany versus Paraguay. Germany top Group E with 10 goals in 3 games, while Paraguay advances one of the best third-place team nations. Then we've got Netherlands versus Morocco. Both teams earned 7 points in the group stage, and this is set to be one of the best matchups of the round of 32.
I just want to give a clap. That's a really good day of games.
What a day to sit on your couch and watch some football, everybody. So this is how the bracket is looking. Once today is over, we'll have 4 teams in the round of 16. Canada are already through, and for now, Canada are through after they beat South Africa yesterday in their first ever knockout stage win. So a lot of games in this round of 32, and we're going to be ranking them now. Well, JD will be ranking them in terms of how entertaining they are.
Excited.
So why don't you get us started with your tiers, JD?
I like this. If we could get the graphic just to come up first of all, so I can make sure I get my tiers correct.
There we go.
Okay, cool. This is perfect. So, as I said, like my boy Jimmy has already told you, there is not a bad game on today at all. So I'm going to break this down for you, and we're going to try and rattle through these as quick as we can, just so I can give you a bit of a guide as to how to enjoy your afternoon. Brazil versus Japan is, I think, going to be the actual game of the round of 32.
Nice.
It's the old dog in terms of against the new dog, and it's the history that we see in between them. It's a cancel your plans type of afternoon, because I believe that you're going to see an element of history. Do I think Japan will have the quality in the final third to beat Brazil? That's a question mark in their own right. But understand, if I took off the shirts of everybody and I turned around and said to you, these are just 11 players on separate teams, you would be surprised as to who's going to look like Brazil and who's going to look like Japan tomorrow or tonight, this afternoon. So I'm looking forward to this one. Germany versus Paraguay, this is where you catch a nap. This is exactly where you catch a nap, because I do believe. Now let me explain. I know my brothers over here from the CONCACAF region. I know what they're going to turn around and say to me. But I will say something to you. Even though we've seen Germany struggle throughout certain moments of the qualification stages, I do believe that their quality will shine through against Paraguay. Germany get an element of confidence when they know what they can do against a team that I think will sit in deep and try and make it difficult for them. If they get an early goal, you will see the game unfold as it does. Netherlands versus Morocco. This is another one. Cancel your plans. This is where you set your alarm, get your dinner plate ready, and understand that this is arguably going to be another game of the round of 32. I'm looking forward to this one, and one that I actually won't predict as of yet, because the quality on both sides and how both of these two teams want to showcase what they can do at this stage of the World Cup is going to be phenomenal. Now we get to some of the juicy ones. Now, looking down here, I'm going to make sure I get my flags right. This is Ivory Coast, of course, against Norway. Again, it's another cancel your plans. Two teams that want to showcase what they can do. And when I say that, I mean, I love what Ivory Coast, in terms of the transition, you see the quality that they have. Some of the wingers that's being touted were some of the most ambitious teams across Europe against a Norway team who I've touted from the beginning to be the dark horse of this competition. France versus Sweden, if you've got time, because it's almost a foolproof plan in terms of what France are going to do. Tony's giving me no eyes at all. I like this.
Yeah, just France. I just think with those superstars, they go a little bit higher. But go ahead.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll get to you.
We're still rattling through. Now, this is where you got to help me out, James. This is Mexico down here versus Ecuador, I'm correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, cool. We're going to make sure this is a can't miss. And the reason why you can't miss it is not necessarily what's going to happen on the pitch, but the culture, the fans, the build-up, and watching those communities come out off of the pitch. You need to watch the whole build-up. Get down there if you can, because this is going to be one of those that I think is going to showcase an excellence of why this World Cup is so brilliant. England versus DR Congo.
Take a nap.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. England have struggled. Struggled.
No, don't be swayed, JD.
You know me.
Congo's good.
I'm never swayed.
I'd put that can't miss.
No, let me tell you why it's a take a nap. Because I do genuinely believe this will be the slowest game of football you'll watch in the round of 32. Congo sitting tight, they sit deep, they want to turn around and make themselves really disciplined, hard to break down. And England have already showcased they struggle in the low block. Hannah Cash, you want to get in?
I was just going to say, so before you go to the next round, boys, do you have any arguments?
I would move England up a little higher.
Yeah.
One?
To can't miss. I'd go to can't miss. I actually think that's a really good game.
Because you think the upset's going to happen?
Potentially.
See? He's trying to set us up for failure. Maybe. He's trying to play with our heartstrings a little bit.
The Germany-Paraguay, for me, if you're like a tactical type person, you like to watch the game and move the pieces, for me, it's a can't miss. I like where you put it just in general, but I think if you're someone that likes, if you just take the names out and the jerseys and you're like, want to move the pieces around, that could be a fun one for you to watch, because two teams that go completely different styles.
I love that, Tony, and I know exactly where you're going, but I have to put someone and take a nap.
No, I get it.
I have to give my viewers some chance to relax.
Yeah.
We do have a comment here on YouTube. Brazil versus Japan has been the matchup I've been waiting in a World Cup since watching Captain Tsubasa when I was a kid.
See, and I can tell you that's a pure fan that has waited for these type of moments, because that is a true, what do you call it, underdog story here. An opportunity for those that have been sleeping on Japan and what they've done in Asian football for the last few years. Believe me, they're going to be no fear. The system and who they are against Brazil, they're going to have no fear. Let's go.
Japan have never won a knockout round game.
And that's the problem. You have to beat the history. You have to beat the footballing gods.
They had Belgium around the ropes, and they ended up 2-0 up, and they end up losing lose in the last 20 minutes.
Conviction in the final third is going to be super important. Belgium versus Senegal down here. Again, it's one of those. Again, you're talking to the football purist. I'm telling you, this is a can't miss because I love the way that both of these teams shape up, and I've actually given Senegal the nod just genuinely because I believe that Senegal have the ability to upset a lot of bigger teams, so-called bigger teams in this competition because of their discipline, the way they shape up, and their quality in the final third.
Okay.
Ooh, here we go. Shake a nap, everybody.
Here we go. The USA versus Bosnia.
She's loving that.
Now, I'm actually going to do something I wasn't thinking of doing. I'm actually going to throw to you lot. Where would you lot put this?
Oh, for us, it's
For
a cancel
us,
your plans.
So, but let's just think. If you're a neutral.
Well, I think the U.S. has been one of the most attractive teams in the first round of this. If I'm a neutral, like, I'm really intrigued by what they're doing against a team that is about as gritty a team as we're going to find in this competition in Bosnia. For me, it's cancel your plans. Hannah, you can ask me any question. It's cancel your plans. That's
okay.
what I'm
I would say this too. When you're the host nation, there's something about watching a team that's the host.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
that's
energy is different around that, and so you're kind of cheering for that team in some ways.
See? That's what you do. That's what the World Cup's about.
For us, cancel your plans. But at the very minimum, I would allow can't miss.
Shock my boys are going to be doing their thing, not the watch along, but you know what we will be doing. Spain versus Austria. I always think this is going to be an interesting tie. I'm a little bit trying to work out as to what's going on. I've seen good parts of Spain throughout the tournament. I've seen bad parts of Spain. I don't know if Austria have the quality to turn around and challenge them, especially in the final third, and push them to make them uncomfortable. I'm going to put it in if you've got time. If you've got time this afternoon, you'll make sure you tuck in and, we watch it and then we'll see what in terms of what that looks like. I know from a purist perspective, Spain can sometimes overpass. They can overcompensate. They can overpossessable if there is such a thing. And unfortunately, Austria will probably be lulled into submission.
Spain's one of those teams that they haven't played their best game yet.
And that's the best part about them. They're kind of rounding off and they know how to handle a tournament.
In that category.
Now, here's a surprise package. Portugal versus Croatia. Now, I do believe you have living legends on both sides. You're talking about two 40-year-olds that have really showcase what they've done and deserve all of their flowers. And one of those 40-year-olds are going to go through, and it's probably going to be Croatia. So I'm telling everybody to can't miss this one.
Wow.
The reason why I say can't miss is because watch this be the surprise package. I do believe that Croatia will showcase what they can do, especially in the bigger moments here. Okay, Switzerland versus Algeria. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to take no disrespect, but you can take a nap on that one probably. Just because
it'll be a good game.
It will be a good game. I like Algeria, especially in transition. Love what they do in the counter-attack. Switzerland, again, another team that really love being there, but how far do they actually believe that they can go? Again, question marks will be there.
Some of my favorite games have been the ones you didn't expect.
Like I'm so glad you said that.
New Zealand, Iran was a 2-2 game that was really good.
I'm so glad you said that.
Algeria, Austria was 3-3. Obviously, the implications of that game.
Jimmy, throw me the alley-oop because I'm going to catch it and tell you now. Australia versus Egypt, I'm putting it as a cancel your plan.
Whoa.
Now, let me explain to you why. Let me explain to you why. Because we haven't seen the best in terms of from both of these teams. I've seen them struggle in individual games. But this is one of those that I actually believe will be an open affair. I genuinely believe both teams will feel like, hey, we have an opportunity to create history here. And sometimes those are the best type of games. Egypt will go into it and believing that they're the confidence because of the quality they have in their squad. Australia will know we could have drew someone that was a little bit harder. We might have already played better teams in this competition and showcase what we can do. That right there could be an all-out, we say, goal-scoring affair because they haven't demonstrated it so far. But I'm looking forward to that tie. Now, here's one for the heartstrings. Yeah, Argentina versus Cabo Verde. Mm-hmm. My gosh. Okay, I'm gonna be respectful and say if you've got time, watch this because any chance you have an opportunity to watch Leo Messi, watch him, take him in, enjoy the greatness because you might not see someone like this ever again in your life. But I will say, I'm not looking at the score. I think Cabo Verde have already exceeded expectations. So whatever they do at this point here is just a showcase of their brilliance. And then the last one, we can just turn around and have fun because I'm always going to root for Ghana regardless. I'm going to always get my Azonto out and a little two-step. And I'm going to tell everybody you can't miss this one as well. So have a little bit of fun with this one and place it, if you don't mind, just because my OCD is a little bit crazy, but okay, there's nothing there.
They didn't want to do that.
They didn't want to listen to me.
There's a lot of flags.
There's a lot of flags. But I thought that was quite an even TV guide. Some of you are old enough to turn around and understand what a TV guide is, but but this is a fair perspective of how you should probably go into the round of 32. I tried to be even, tried to be fair to some teams. I even disrespected my own nation, but that showcases to you that I mean it, and I'm prideful, and the USA are the ones to watch, right?
The England one surprises me a little bit. I understand we joke and banter, but they've got so many stars in that team. And now you got a Congo side who's as good a defensive side as anyone in this competition. And I'm thinking like this could be one of those days that either England takes the next step.
That's a can't miss.
Right? Yeah. For me, that's the only one I would really make an argument for putting it in a can't miss.
Okay.
At least. I don't know.
I'm so glad you said this. Just make sure you both text me when you're in the middle of that game and after 45 minutes or the first hydration break and ask me how many chances you've seen.
Well,
that would make it even more can't miss for me, right? Because then England's not. I'm assuming you're saying it because England's not scoring goals. They're not attacking.
They're not fluid.
Right? No, they're not fluid team. That's why I think like this. For me, it's fascinating TV to watch. It really is.
Well, everyone, I think we do have some comments here on YouTube. I got Croatia winning. Portugal is disjointed. Poor build-up play. Lack of a proper outlet.
Who are they trying to say that is?
I don't know.
Disjointed, poor build-up play, lack of a proper outlet.
Proper outlet?
Put a name on that.
Yeah. Say it with your
chest. There might be a couple players that you're trying to reference.
Come on.
Here.
You're trying to take a sleep on USA versus Bosnia?
USA, Bosnia, take a nap. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, well, we've put it as cancel your plans.
All right, bang.
Whoever that is I'm sure English. Right there.
Have we got any more? No, we haven't got any more YouTube comments. So that was a good tease there, JD. Very impressed with your flag knowledge. Very good.
I tried.
Very impressed.
Not bad.
Okay, then, everybody. Coming up next, we've got much more Morning Footy 48 Nations, continuing all the conversations on these round of 32 games.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
But at 37 years old, he's still one of the game's great number 9s. Lewandowski scores! Finally, the wait is over for Robert Lewandowski in this season's Champions League.
What an opportunity for 1-1, and it's been taken. It didn't take Barcelona long.
Lewandowski does not miss those chances.
That's the mark of a proper number 9, which he's been for so many years.
So, huge news on Monday regarding Polish striker Robert Lewandowski reportedly agreeing to a 2-year deal with the Chicago Fire. Now, Lewandowski's career resume speaks for itself. 646 goals in 856 club appearances. He's Poland's all-time leader in both caps and goals. He also set the Bundesliga record with 41 goals in a single season for Bayern Munich, and he won 7 trophies in 4 seasons with Barcelona. For more on Lewandowski and the deal, we turn to our CBS Sports MLS insider Tom Boga, everyone.
The Chicago Fire has pursued global superstar Robert Lewandowski for a long time, and this weekend they got the news that they've been desperately hoping for. Lewandowski informed the Fire that he has picked them, and he will sign a 2-year contract with the club, sources told myself and Paul Tenorio. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, they're going to desperately try to get this on paper, get everything formalized, not just to make sure that Lewandowski is not going to go back on this word, which they're not worried about, but they want the visa process to get underway as fast as humanly possible. The club wants Lewandowski to be available for their July 16th game against the Vancouver Whitecaps and his former teammate, Thomas Muller. That would be box office, and the club are going to push and hope it happens. They're not done this summer either. While Robert Lewandowski is the biggest addition that they could make, he's instantly going to be one of the highest paid and marquee players in the league, the team is still going to be busy. Sources have told myself and Paul Tenorio that they are continuing talks with German international Leon Goretzka. Goretzka is a free agent this summer as well, and the Fire have been in the race to sign him, as first revealed a few weeks ago. They continue to do so, and they believe that signing Robert Lewandowski is going to be a big boost in their pursuit of Leon Goretzka. That's still what's next, but for now, the club are getting one of the most legendary center forwards of his generation. Lewandowski still scored a lot of goals over the last 3 years at Barcelona, even though he turns 38 this summer. The club feel that they have a top player. No, he's not in his prime, but he's going to be very, very effective, particularly in a Greg Berhalter system that sees the team already has the Golden Boot leader in Hugo Kuipers. What happens to Kuipers? There's a lot of teams that have called the Fire about him, sources told me, but the Fire are insistent that they want to play with both Lewandowski and Kuipers, barring a big offer. There's a lot to watch around the Fire this summer, but with Robert Lewandowski in town, that's the biggest news, and that's really all that matters for them right now.
OK, everyone, time for our Nintendo Player Select presented by Nintendo Switch 2. So, Robert Lewandowski off to Chicago, reportedly going to be one of the MLS's highest paid players, going to a Chicago city, which has a very proud Polish community. Tony, do you think this is the right move for Robert?
Yeah, I think it's a great move for them. For Lewandowski, I mean, only he can answer that, right? He knows what offers were on the table, where he could have gone. But I think for Chicago, it's a home run both on and off the field, right? Still a guy at 38 years old. I know that sounds old. This guy's kept himself in shape. He takes pride in that. He will fit into this league seamlessly. It's a team that attacks, by the way, so it's not a team where he has to come and make goals for this group. They attack quite a bit under Greg Berhalter. The Kuipers thing is interesting because Greg Berhalter generally doesn't play with 2 strikers, right? So how does he fit this in? It seems like he's going to try and fit them both in. So that will be in a wait and see with what that starting lineup looks like. But just in general, I think it's a great move.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I'd add that when we saw the stats, Lewandowski's a winner, right? So you're bringing that type of mentality into your club, who's already doing a pretty good job under Greg as they start to transform into a team that can be a threat year in and year out. They're going to open up a brand new stadium in 2028, so he can help kind of facilitate that, very similar to what Leo Messi did with Inter Miami. But I do agree with Tony about Hugo Kuipers because he's got 13 goals right now for the Chicago Fire, which leads the league. So how do you find room for both of them? They'll figure it out, or they have to move Kuipers to a different team. But ultimately, I think they stay, and maybe Jonathan Baumann comes out of the team, or Robin Lod, who comes out of the team. So he has to figure it out. But these are good problems to have if you're a coach.
Yeah.
No, I love the fact that you're alluding to the growth in terms of what's happening with the new stadium opening in McDonald's Park. That's going to be super important, just establishing their foundation. But even when you look at this, like starting 11, top to bottom, just think about if you were any other player. And I kind of reflect on what the boost I saw from Inter Miami, the moment that Messi was actually definitively on the pitch. But this isn't the first time we've seen this in the MLS. Like, think about the growth when we had Kaká here, we had David Villa here, Frank Lampard. I feel like we're really close. And listen to me, I'm taking ownership because I almost feel a part of it. Like, we're really close to not getting a player that's just going to turn around and come here and it's a retirement check. No, I'm talking about a person that wants to come here and be competitive, can see the growth, can see the expansion of what's happening here, especially in the domestic league. And this is a really great opportunity for him to showcase what he can do. You spoke about the Polish community. They're going to come out in their drones. It's the same thing we see with Son in LA in terms of with the Korean community. We've seen it historically throughout the league. So I love the fact that people are establishing and making moves that are going to enhance the game with their local communities first, and then you can expand it to your casuals, because this is exactly how you expand. This is exactly how you grow. And I haven't got to talk about his quality, because he has been one of the greatest strikers of a generation for the better part of almost 2 decades, so he's phenomenal.
JD, the Son comparison is a really good one, right? And what he'll do in this community. New stadium coming, a new energy around the team. I've long said, I worked there 3 years calling games, from 20 to 23. Got to meet Joe Mansueto, the owner. This guy will do anything to give Chicago a winning product. And that means everything. That means the new facility that they have, as I mentioned, the stadium, the team on the field, the names that will come in. He is really committed. He's one of those guys, if you look around the league, if you had, what do we have, 30 teams, if you had 30 owners, now there are some great owners, but if they were all cut in the same mold as Joe Mansueto, I think the league would be going we're going in this direction even further. So he's the kind of guy you want at the top, and I think Greg's done a great job, got him in the playoffs last year, which is foreign territory for them, quite honestly, over the last 10 years. And I think they're third right now in the league, in the conference, right? So good on them. I think it's a great signing.
Yeah, we spoke about everything it's doing for the community and such a big Polish community in Chicago. When I went to the World Cup in 2022, my brother was playing for Poland, and we kind of went with all the Polish families, and a lot of fans were invited as well. And the amount of people I met from Chicago, I was like, oh, where are you from? I'm from Chicago. And I didn't really understand there was a big Polish community over in there. So I'm sure that's a big reason as well why he's going.
I only have one question for him. I don't know if he's ready for Chicago winter, though, because those are real. Like, I know I've seen some cold winters. Like, we've seen a cold winter here in the tri-state this time around. But Chicago winter, that wind can really...
He did play in Germany, right?
But that can hit your soul. Like,
and he also grew up in Poland. It gets pretty cold there in the winter.
I played at Lech Poznan in Poland for a while, and it gets cold there as well.
Yeah.
Actually, for a little while, as a little fun fact, Robert Lewandowski also played at Lech Poznan, and for a couple of years, him and I were the only 2 players in Lech Poznan history to play in a World Cup.
Really?
So that was
Wow.
like a fun fact.
Yeah.
I did it first, Robert. So. Suck it, buddy. I will say, though, having Robert Lewandowski in the team, you start to then recruit potentially other players. So now Chicago Fire are looking at Leon Goretzka as well. Right? I mean, Leo Messi goes to Inter Miami, and all of a sudden, all of his buddies come and show up, and that elevates kind of the product and what people can see and how the team performs. So I do think that there's some positive ripple effects to more than just him scoring goals.
Yeah.
And sorry, this World Cup was supposed to do things like this, right? After the World Cup, we were supposed to, guys that came over saw facilities. Now, obviously, they weren't in the World Cup, but I think he's been to America a few times. See the energy from American fans in the stadiums and all the. This is part of what the World Cup was supposed to do, and we were hoping it would do. So maybe this is the start of something really, really big.
Yeah. Levy is 37 years old. Is there a worry that the MLS is bringing in these older guys towards the back end of their career, or is that not really a thing?
Sometimes that's only when they're available, right?
Okay.
They're obviously pursuing their own ambitions, and he left Bayern where he had it sweet. He could have just stayed there the rest of his career and had a statue probably outside the stadium. Then he goes to Barcelona, gets a new challenge. This is another new challenge. I always kind of lean on what Thierry Henry said when he was playing. He's like, if you think this league is easy, then why do you come over here and try it? You know, and I appreciate TT for saying that, because it's a difficult league to have success in. And we've seen a number of players that come over and maybe they do get the paycheck but don't really perform on the field. And I think that he seems like a professional that's going to be completely bought in. Otherwise, Mansueto and Greg Berhalter, they're not going to invest in this guy if he wasn't bought in.
Yeah. OK, then, everybody. Robert Lewandowski on his way to Chicago Fire. Coming up next, we've got much more Morning Footy, 48 Nations, everybody, so do stay with us.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
So I wanted to bring this up, Hannah, because this is a photo of Robert Lewandowski. We just talked about him in the previous break, with your brother, Matty Cash. And so I wanted to know, they've played together 14 times for their country. Do you have any good stories between... Has Matty ever talked about Robert Lewandowski?
Yeah, he says he's a lovely guy, really nice guy. In the World Cup in 2022, we all stayed in the same hotel with all the players, and it was the first time I got to meet Levy and his whole family. Really nice family guy, so down to earth.
You tight like that, Levy, yeah? Just
yeah, you guys are tight.
Levy,
now,
yeah?
huh?
Levy. That's what we called him. That's what you call him, yeah, Levy. He's one of the most down-to-earth football players I've ever met. So, no, like, personal funny stories that I can think of. Matthew gets on with him really, really well. He's one of his, obviously, favourites to play with, obviously. But just a really nice, down-to-earth football player.
All right, thank you.
It's my favourite.
You and Levy, yeah? Oh,
yeah, me and Levy, you know.
Tight.
No...
BFFs.
So silly. I think we're going to the YouTube comments. That took me by surprise there, Jimmy. But let's go to the hit the chat in the YouTube section, staying on this shot of just me. This is Big Fit. This is Big Fit MLS. I think that's quite a common theme we've seen with all these stars coming over to the league, helping out the league as well.
That's a good question.
Over under on how many goals he scores. I say at least 15. If I'm correct, Levy scored 19 goals last season with Barca.
He's coming in mid-season. His first game might be against Vancouver, which would be great because then he'll play his former teammate Thomas Muller. So that will be a lot of fun. I hope they can get that done. That'll be July 16th and get his visa sorted out. What do they got, 20 games?
Yeah, well, I mean, a full season, I think he's like a 20 a year goal scorer. Like he'll have
12.
a half
12
a year.
would be the over-under,
12,
I think.
yeah, 12 probably through the rest of the season.
He could get 5 in 9 minutes, couldn't he? Like he did with Bayern. Tony, didn't he?
Yeah. He's done that in some farmers' leagues before, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be able to do it over here. JD, how many goals do you think he's going to get?
I think 12 is fair. I think if you come in as well, he's had a bit of a disjointed season just through injuries, so I just want to kind of see him just get used to the league first of all, get used to your teammates. So 12 is a fair estimation.
Yeah.
But he's still quality though, so regardless, he's still got bad goals.
Yeah. Estimation, Lisa?
On goals?
Yes.
I'd say over 10.
I think that Chicago then could get back to the playoffs, right? They've struggled.
Or make a splash
MLS
in the
play.
playoffs. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, get back there and hopefully, make it another round. What about you, Hannah? Any goal predictions? Come on, throw a number out there.
Yeah, you and Levy are tight.
Yeah,
You're tight.
he's my buddy. I'll give him 20 goals.
Oh,
20 goals. Honestly, what am I doing? You have to get out to a game. Have you been to an MLS game?
Yeah, I've been to Charlotte FC.
Oh, well, you'll have to.
I've never been to Chicago as a place.
Oh, it's a great city.
Yeah, need to get out there.
Yeah, you got to get out there.
Well, ask Levy. He should
You're
get you
a good
tickets.
friend.
I'll get him some tickets. Honestly,
Yeah, you can hang with him.
I don't even know why I said that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You're like this.
I'm embarrassed now. Okay, let's get to the headlines.
You're done
Lisa,
with
take it away from me.
Okay, I got you. I'll save you from the embarrassment, but don't be embarrassed. You're friends. You're buds.
No, we're not.
I like it. I like it. All right, guys, we have a lot of headlines to get through. We are going to start with some World Cup news as a head coach has also lost their job. A disappointing group stage exit for South Korea has meant that Hung Myung-bo has stepped down as South Korea head coach after his team crashed out of the group stage, their worst ever World Cup finish. The Koreans opened their tournament with a win but suffered back-to-back losses to miss out on the round of 32. Hung's resignation comes after South Korea president called for an investigation into the team's poor showing. In other coaching news, newly promoted Serie A side Monza has hired Ivan Juric as their new head coach. Liam Rowe Sr. is reportedly finalizing a deal to become Paris FC's new head coach, and Manchester City has made it official, naming Enzo Maresca as their new manager. The Italian coach is replacing Pep Guardiola, who stepped down as City manager after a decade in charge. Maresca is taking his first job since leaving Chelsea on New Year's Day. He previously worked at City as a Guardiola assistant and head coach of City's U21 team. In women's soccer news, one of the sport's top strikers is set for a return to the USA. Australia star Sam Kerr has signed with Gotham FC, joining the reigning NWSL champions on a free transfer from Chelsea. Kerr won 5 WSL titles during her 7 seasons at Chelsea, and the 2-time NWSL MVP will return to the league for the first time since 2019. Fun fact, Sam Kerr is still the NWSL's all-time leading goal scorer, having won 3 straight NWSL Golden Boots in her first stint in the league. In other transfer news, teenage winger Yan Diomande has reportedly settled on where he wants to move this summer, and it isn't the Premier League. According to multiple reports, Diomande has settled on Paris Saint-Germain as his preferred summer destination. The young Ivorian had been strongly linked to Liverpool, but PSG has convinced him to join their Champions League winning project. PSG is also being linked to a move for Monaco playmaker Magnès Akliouche. Diomande's arrival could also mean a move away from PSG for Bradley Barcola. PSG's attack is absolutely stacked on the wings. Jimmy, when you look at Diomande and what he adds to this PSG side, where do you see him fitting in?
Yeah, I see him fitting in because he's incredibly talented, Lisa. And he's being added to a team that just has a wealth of options going forward. I do think it does mean probably the end of the days for Bradley Barcola. Liverpool can't get Diomande, so now I think they're going to try to get in for Barcola. I think what's interesting is Mo Salah leaving, so Liverpool really has to think through. They just signed Victor Munoz from Osasuna, the 22-year-old winger who's got a huge upside. They added Diomande. You're thinking, all right, now Liverpool is really, re-energizing their team and trying to splash that up. But man, going to PSG must be tantalizing. Obviously, back-to-back Champions League winners. Nice fit. I think Luis Enrique is a proper coach. He'll get better under him. But I think that means that 1 or 2 players from PSG are going to have to leave.
I think it's always important to refresh, especially because you're back-to-back champions, especially in the Champions League. I mean, domestic, you already see how much they dominate League One, but I'm talking about everybody is going to be hunting for you, so you need to look at ways that you can revamp it. And I love how Luis Enrique is always tweaking it. Tony, you alluded to it when we had our pre-production meeting. You said it was the Sir Alex Ferguson theory, where you always want to revamp your squad. You're keeping your key players on their toes, and I can kind of see that. Yan Diomande has had a lot of teams linked with him over the last, let's say, 6 to 12 months, but he has chosen the project that he wants, and that really does showcase as to how PSG have almost become the standard across Europe now.
I guess the fear would be always playing time, right? I mean, you'd say, okay, he goes in right away and plays, but you look how stacked they are, right? You look at what Barcola's. So let's assume for a minute he's replacing Barcola, right? Doué's over there, so he's had to sit and be a spot player, if you will, right, and come in and change games. If you're Diomande, you're a young player, what's the one thing you want to do when you're young? You want to play all the time. So I just wonder, like, how they fit in there. Certainly a talented player we've seen in this World Cup. He's about as talented a young winger as we have in all of world football.
Yeah, and Cote d'Ivoire playing against Norway tomorrow in the round of 32. How do we see that one?
I have Ivory Coast beating Norway. Yeah, I do. I think that.
How much has their success?
I didn't like how Norway played against France. It wasn't on the attacking side of the ball. I know that Erling Haaland was out. Odegaard didn't play. But defensively, I just was really disappointed in how they set up. And
they made 10 changes that game.
I get that. Yeah. But I saw a bunch of traffic cones out there for Norway, and it just has to look better than that. And so, yeah, of course, 10 changes is 10 changes. But ultimately, it wasn't good enough, and so I just wonder. But I like Ivory Coast. I think they're going to sneak up on Norway.
What do you think Leandro Armando has done in this World Cup that he can take over to PSG?
Oh, the glimpses, the one-on-ones. I mean, I was really excited to see what he would do in those one-on-one transitions. You know what wingers absolutely live for, what me and Jimmy used to sweat about living our whole lives for. But, like, I'm so impressed with his ability to go both ways in terms of as a one-on-one winger when he wants to beat you on the outside or he wants to cut inside, which you see 90% of wingers doing now. What I don't see enough of is their bravery and their trickery and also their ability to beat you on the outside, and he can go either way. I'm impressed also with his decision making. I didn't really expect someone to be so young to have such an understanding of what to do in the situations at the right time, but his link up with Ahmed and so many others in the final third, which is the hardest place to be conclusive, I think has really impressed me. He's far beyond his years already.
He's a chance creator. He's just creating chances consistently. Joshua Kimmich had no answers for him when they played against Germany. Zero. And Kimmich is probably one of the smartest players around in terms of positioning and how to make life difficult. Nothing. So, yeah, Diomande's, I mean, he's just going to keep going and going and going. I'm excited. He's a fun player to watch.
Yeah, it would be a huge move for the young teenager. He'll be taking on Norway tomorrow in the round of 32 in the World Cup. Everybody, we are going to be continuing our World Cup conversation after this break. Much more Morning Footy 48 Nations coming up.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Rank? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad would want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
American soccer is taking centre stage this summer with the 2026 World Cup being played in the USA, and CBS Sports has a trio of documentaries that help tell the story of the sport in this country like no one else can. Take a look, everyone.
Soccer isn't a new game in the United States. The immigrants brought it here in 1912.
The opportunity to play for my country, I just could not pass that up.
We're all very proud of you.
Not everyone is aware of what happened in important historical moments for American soccer.
I was the kid that shouldn't have made it, kid from Nacogdoches, Texas.
Clint Dempsey Doodle.
Kind of one of those things I wasn't going to be denied.
People criticize me often.
You can't take it seriously. It's the USA.
But I get to have that attention because I'm good.
We were carrying the weight of American soccer on our shoulders.
I'm gonna put it shot.
Probably unfair to 20 guys.
When he looks at you, he looks like he wants to kill you. And I have respect for that.
It's about how much are you willing to give to win.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
The USA has realized its dream.
Dempsey threw the ball in. What can this kid do?
So Paramount Plus is your one stop for the best documentaries in American soccer. You Don't Know Where I'm From, Doug. The story of Clint Dempsey is one of several docu-series, along with Pulisic, a 9-part docu-series which gives you a behind-the-scenes look into the life and story of US star Christian Pulisic. And then Billion Dollar Goal, a 3-part docu-series focused on the biggest game-changing moment in American soccer history. And you can watch all 3 documentaries exclusively on Paramount Plus. Coming up next, everybody, we've got more Morning Footy, 48 Nations. Do stay with us, everyone.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad in my camp.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad would want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Frenchies Alex and Tom are two guys from outside of Paris that moved to the United States in 2020, right before the COVID pandemic. Now, they suddenly found themselves in a country they didn't know, without anyone to talk to, but they made the most of it, taking to social media to tell their story and trying to teach Americans about French culture. Fast forward 6 years later, and now they're travelling the United States, watching the French football team in this summer's World Cup, and it's looked like a fun time, visiting iconic monuments, trying Philly cheesesteaks, partying with other fans, and now coming to our very own neck of the woods in Stamford, Connecticut. We welcome in Alex and Tom. So we got the French, we got the English, all on Morning Footy this morning.
Wait, vous parlez en français?
I don't speak French.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Wow. Can you speak French?
We can see. I haven't given any of my Frenchies away.
Wow, very interesting. Alex, Tom, thanks so much for joining us here on Morning Footy in studio.
Thank you very
How's your morning been so far? What have you gotten up to?
We've traveled and we came here in train. We were in Boston before for the Friends game against Norway, and we arrived this morning.
Yeah.
And you're in the US for the whole of the Well, you're here for the whole World Cup. Are you travelling to all the French games, going all over?
Exactly.
Oh, nice. Okay, then. Well, we are here at a morning show. We do like to ask our guests what they typically like to eat for breakfast. So what's a typical French breakfast?
What kind of answer do you want? Do you want the Emily in Paris type of answer, or do you want like the real answer?
Give us both. Give us both. Give us the Emily in Paris, the typical.
You go for the Emily one.
He's gonna go with the Emily.
So the Emily one is like you walk into a boulangerie, you get some nice French pastries like macaron, like obviously like croissant, pain au chocolat. But the real one is
that's the fancy dream. The real one is we have a rule, the triple C. So it will be the club, the coffee, and the caca. So here, do you know what that is?
I know what two of them were. I'm not interested in the last one. What's the caca?
The last one, you're going to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now.
Because you're getting coffee, smoking the cigarette, and then going to the bathroom.
Wait,
the French diet.
Club, coffee, caca.
Yeah.
What's club?
It's a cigarette.
Slang for cigarettes.
That's the slang way of having breakfast in France.
I see. So cigarette, coffee.
But usually we just have like a toast, some butter, and a bit more of hot chocolate or coffee, and that's basically what it is.
Nice.
Give you all the answers possible, and pick your favorite.
Okay, so it's either croissants and macaroons
or toilet time.
Or toilet time. How funny. So you're going to all these French games. Anything stood out to you so far with this French national team, boys?
The quality of the players, honestly, it's been amazing to see. I think it's probably the best national team we've ever had, and we hope we're gonna go to the end. It's been a pleasure to watch them. Never seen that level of soccer before. Same with PSG as well during the season in the Champions League, and now France is also doing amazing. So we're extremely happy to.
The depth of our bench as well. We're lucky to have guys like Sharky, Barcola coming off the bench, giving some more energy to the team. It's just
even some players that haven't played yet, I think are unbelievable. So hopefully they can get some time as well.
Yeah.
Where were you two when it was the final in 2022?
We were back home.
Back home in France?
With our families.
Okay.
And it was pretty sad.
It was 5 a.m. in Los Angeles when I watched the game.
Oh, you were in LA?
I was in the US.
I was back in France.
First time I watched the World Cup final that early.
Oh, yeah.
I was with my parents, and it was a roller coaster, honestly.
Terrible morning, to be honest with you.
Yeah, terrible morning.
So,
hopefully they'll be able to get back to the final. Do you think they can do it, Alex?
I think so. I think that we're going to run it back. Argentina-France final in New York.
And get the revenge.
Have you
got tickets for the final if they do get to the final?
We hope so.
We hope so.
We hope so, and we don't have tickets yet. But no matter what, we hope to have a good tournament, and I think we did a good start. So we'll see.
You got France in your final?
I have France to win it all.
Yes, there you go.
I'm not just speaking because my French brother's here in the studio.
Who's in your final?
It was my final. I have France coming out of one side. I think did I have Argentina? I can't remember how the bracket works.
That can work, yeah.
That works. I think I had Argentina going there and losing in the final.
So a repeat of 2022.
They're the best two teams so far. Showcase it all the way through.
Boys, you won't like my answer. My final was Spain-England.
Fair. I mean, it could happen.
It could happen.
The Capo Verde game is still on my mind for Spain, so I don't know if they're going to have the team to go go to the final, but we'll see.
I see. So you like to teach Americans French culture.
Yes.
Is that, have you seen anything during this World Cup, American culture-wise? Because there's been so many fans come over to America and embrace the culture. Have you picked up on anything so far?
We've picked up on the Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteaks. Okay. Yeah, we did see a video of you actually eating them, didn't we?
We've never had one before, and honestly, it's very good. It's much lighter than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like much heavier on your stomach.
Yeah.
Actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think one thing we picked up since we got here is definitely the amount of food we eat. So like
it's heavy, right?
Just eating a lot of food. But we also do a lot. We're always traveling, so it's a good thing that we eat a lot. But one thing that we just came back from Boston, I thought was hilarious is that the bars in Boston are now open until 3 a.m. compared to 2 a.m. because they are adapting to the European people, the European countries coming, like Norway, Scotland, and France.
And we're very used to party late. So
yeah.
They open the bars a bit longer because they have more people in the streets at night.
That's a European thing. We're used to leaving our house at maybe 12 o'clock to go out, and the Americans close, especially in LA where you are on the West Coast. By 1:45, it's finished.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I'm telling you from experience, it's over.
So all the bars are saying open a bit longer.
Exactly.
And the atmosphere is amazing. The Norwegians fans were unbelievable. We were like going all around the bars, hopping all over.
Dancing.
Yeah, doing the row. Did you do the row?
Yes, we did the row.
Even the French fans did the row after the game.
So I had a cheesesteak this weekend as well. I went to Philly too on Saturday. I'm interested to know as to what your impressions were of the cheesesteak. Where did you get your cheesesteak from? Because I heard that's
Jim South
Street.
Jim South.
Where did you go?
I have no clue.
No, you know so crazy. When you just asked me this, I got mine maybe 2 minutes from the stadium. I feel like it was an Italian place.
Oh, well, I think we
Angelo's Pizzeria.
Pizza. I think there's something.
There's like two places. They go side by side. There's not a free promotion for them, but there's like two places side by side. There's like a place you can sit. That's exactly where it's called. Say it again, Chris, in my ear. Like, that's what it is. It's Pat's and Gino's. That's exactly where I went. It was okay. It was okay.
It was okay.
It was just okay.
Maybe you should try the gym.
I was gonna say because it's gotta be better than okay.
Yeah, it was just okay. I mean, there's a lot of hype with Philly cheesesteaks, so I was expecting like creme de la creme, but it was okay.
I've never had one.
Oh.
I've never had one.
There you go.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was
You're not too far from Philly, you know.
Yeah, maybe. I think I've just been told that Lisa, she's from Philadelphia, and she approved of this place.
Okay, perfect. Great. So it's not a tourist place.
She approved of the place. What was it called?
Jim South Street.
Jim South, lovely. What are your plans then for the rest of the World Cup?
Keep following the French team. We're going to watch the game France-Sweden. We're very excited for that first knockout round. It's going to be much different than the group stage. Hopefully, Mbappe, Dembele, and Olise keep working well together, and then we'll keep going as the games go.
We're doing the same itinerary that we actually did during the group stage if France go to the final, because we first went to New York, then we went to Philly, and then Boston, and now we're doing it all over again. And then we're stopping maybe in Dallas in the semifinals if they go all the way. Yeah, so.
I like
Gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
Yeah, and this is what you've been up to within this World Cup. And we did just see a quick video of your book. Called Pardon Our French, which is something my mum likes to say quite a lot when she says a bad word. She goes, "Oh, pardon my French." Does your mum do that?
No.
Oh, okay. She goes, "Excuse my French." Tell us about your book. What's that all about?
So it's a guide for you to be able to live the Parisian way and to live a happier life, either mentally, physically, and know a little bit more about what you can do on a daily basis to better your life the French way.
Tell us a couple of things that we can do.
Basically, instead of going to grocery shopping and buy your food for a whole month and you have like a bunch of things, you can just go to a street market and get something fresh for the day and just decide what you're gonna eat every single day and go back to the fresh market and be able to do so. Or as well, use less of the car and walk a bit more, take the time to digest after, take a walk, have some fun, and just like
enjoy the little moments. I think that's one thing that we get to take to forget in life is, like the little moments in life are actually what we're grateful for. And especially us coming to America, we like kind of now are in this whole hustle mindset.
Oh, I know, bro.
Always
every day, right?
Always looking to, do more and more. And us writing this book actually reminded us that spending time with family, with friends, going on a walk are like the little things that are making us happier every day. So that's what we talk about in the book and a lot more stuff. So
yeah, lovely.
The Parisian way.
To a happier life. I love that. Really nice. Okay, everyone, I think we're going to be doing a little quiz now with our game show host.
My American here, because we are going to compete. We love to compete here in America. So we're going to do who knows the USA better, the French or the Brits.
Okay.
We've been here for quite a while now. We've been here for 8 years. So.
Yeah.
Well, me and Hannah went to college here as well. Shout out to my girl here.
I've been living here for 5 years.
Yeah, thanks too. This is good. All right. See how quickly the English and the French start going.
We'll see who answers. We got a couple questions for you. We'll see who answers these ones first. That's how you're going to get your point. Okay. Can you name what this is and where it is located?
I can.
Oh, I heard I can.
Dakota.
Go ahead.
That is Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Okay. Where is it located?
Don't let me down, Hannah.
You're my partner. He can say.
Whoa, you just got to throw me in the deep end. I didn't put myself in there.
Okay.
You don't know the answer. Oh, no.
Okay.
North Dakota.
That is incorrect. It is South Dakota. Point goes to the Brits.
Yes, come on, JD.
Half a point.
I need to be next.
To tie it there.
I need to be next.
Yeah, we'll take the own goal.
Okay. Next one. Can you name what this is and where it is?
Yes.
Oh, hand went up first.
So it's Seattle.
Okay.
And it's CN Tower.
It's what?
Is it CN Tower?
No. But you got Seattle right. That's half a point.
I thought the CN Tower was in Toronto, so I don't know.
No. That's the tower in Seattle.
Yeah.
And it's called the Tower of Americas.
It's called the Space Needle. Oh. All right, they both have half a point each.
Why did you say the CN Tower?
It's okay.
I know where
What
it was.
is the name of this?
Diabetes?
I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is.
Yes.
It could be popcorn chicken.
No, it's not. It's a. I've had one of these.
You have?
Yeah.
Fried beignet?
No, it's not too far off.
I've had one at a fun
It's
fair.
fried.
Yeah.
What is it?
It is a funnel cake, everyone.
Oh,
It is a funnel cake.
I knew it. I
Stuck
had
on
one.
half a point.
I had one in Texas.
Those are hard.
Okay.
You don't know what it is.
What state is famous for their potatoes?
Idaho.
What's that?
Idaho.
That's right. Idaho.
Where?
You got it. 1.5 to half. Nice job.
Wait, where? Idaho.
Idaho.
Is that part of the country?
It is. California, Nevada, Oregon,
After
Washington.
Vegas, everything starts to get a little bit hairy over there.
I'll accept that. I like that. All right. What is the tallest monument? Empire State, Eiffel Tower, or Big Ben?
Oh, I got you.
Okay, go.
I got you. I'm coming in now, Hannah. We're going to go Eiffel Tower.
I think we're gonna go Empire State.
Empire State is the right answer. Jamie had a chance.
You knew that?
I knew the answer.
And he knows.
I knew it was a Big Ben. I feel like I can climb that now.
Eiffel Tower isn't tall at all.
I was going to say it's not.
So it's 2.5 to half points.
You know, there's a fun fact.
Yes, all right. This is the last one.
There's a fun fact about the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
It grows and lowers within the seasons.
Based on the temperature.
So it's 6 inches taller during the summer because it grows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Empire State's 380 feet taller than the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big Ben actually
So wait, is this the winner? Is this the winner?
No, the last one is a little bit more subjective. 2.5 points to half point here.
Can it be worth 10 points?
Potentially. Who has the best Texas accent?
Oh, we got this. Oh, Hannah Cash, let's bring this home.
All right.
Yeah? Let's bring this home. We've been practicing this.
Are you going to go first?
No, they can go first.
Yeah, you can go first.
Who's got the best? First? Sure.
What do we have to say? What's the
I was
sentence?
going to say, you got to give us a sentence to like all compare like perfectly. Like.
That's a good question.
Clint Dempsey's documentary. He's from Texas.
Okay.
Let's go to the rodeo.
Oh my God.
In your best Texas accent.
I know you got this.
Can we do it together?
Well, like if we do together, it might be, it might be crazy.
So you go
It's
first.
like, okay, all right.
Go first.
All right. Let's go to the water, y'all. That was terrible. Oh my God.
I like the attempt, though.
That's right.
All right.
Let's go to Oreo. Let's go to Oreo.
Okay. Have you guys been to Texas yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did a video like that, actually. We were terrible about it.
Introducing the one and only Texas native, Hannah Cash. This is her moment for
Should we say it together?
No, go first. I'm coming back. I got you.
Okay. No.
Don't get nervous
Let's
now.
go to the rodeo.
You're putting the pressure on her now.
Whatever you want to add to it. Go ahead.
Let's go to the rodeo.
Let's go to the rodeo.
Let's go to the rodeo.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah, let's go.
That's an American accent.
That's Texas.
That's Texas, me.
Let's go to the rodeo.
Hey.
We need to work on that.
I'll accept that, but overall the Frenchies won. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
How did they win that?
I don't know.
Thank you, guys.
Bonus points as well for the
I sound like an American. Let's go to the rodeo.
But it wasn't as
It's not
Texas.
American. It didn't sound like Texan.
I didn't get the draw. I want to hear from the comments, though.
All right.
Okay. Well, we'll look at the comments during the break, Jimmy. Great game show hosting there.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Jimmy Conrad.
Good stuff. All right, thank you very much. And boys, thank you very much for joining us. 18 Frenchies, lovely to meet you. Enjoy the rest of the World Cup. Hopefully we'll see France in the final, maybe. But everybody, we've got to go to break here on Morning Footy. We've got much more 48 Nations coming up on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back to Morning Footy, 48 Nations, everyone. Plenty coming up on Paramount Plus, including at 12:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll have reaction to Brazil and Japan's lineups dropping for their round of 32 matchup, At 3 p.m, Golazo matchday takes over with Adam Hunt, Troy Deeney, Marcelo Balboa and Nigel Reo-Coker, recapping that Brazil versus Japan match and getting you ready for Germany versus Paraguay. That same crew is back after the match ends at 6:30 p.m. to recap it all, and then at 8 p.m, get ready for the Netherlands versus Morocco with Chris Whittingham, Ian Joy and Michael Lahoud, and that crew will also wrap up your day with Scoreline at 11 p.m. Eastern. Okay, everybody, I think we're going to be taking a look at some of the comments in the chat. We are live on YouTube today and every other day. Hannah has the best Texas accent. Just want to put that out there.
There was no draw, y'all.
What were they watching?
What do you mean, what were they watching? I thought I had a good Texas
Give me like a
accent.
hee-haw or something.
Oh,
like
howdy.
that.
Howdy.
Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
There you go. Ooh,
If you had given that
kind of British to the end.
If I would have heard more of a yeehaw or a howdy y'all, then maybe you would have tipped your favor.
Howdy, y'all. Let's go to the rodeo.
Yeah, it's getting better. It's better. It's better.
Okay.
I think you needed the howdy y'all lead in.
I think we had another comment. Hannah was spot on. Every time I think of Hannah, I picture her next to Peter Schmeichel and instantly think he took his daughter to work.
That is amazing.
I didn't. That's funny. When I went to Paris for the Champions League, and I was with Schmeichel, great day.
That is
Best
so
days.
good.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. I think that's enough Hannah comments for this segment. We're going to
Keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them
Don't
coming.
lie, you love the shoes comments. You absolutely loved it.
Okay. Okay. Time for a break, everybody. More Morning Footy, 48 Nations. Do stay with us. Keep the comments coming, everybody.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
The round of 32 matches we'll be seeing on today is Brazil taking on Japan. Brazil top Group C, scoring 7 goals while conceding just 1 across their 3 group stage matches. Meanwhile, Japan finished second in Group F. They also scored 7 goals in the group stage, but conceded 3 on their way to the knockout round. So both teams going unbeaten in their groups. And this is how the bracket is looking. The winner of this clash will be facing either Cote d'Ivoire or Norway in the round of 16. So this is a game that the president of the Japanese FA said maybe this is the biggest ever tie for Japan at the World Cup. And they've come into this World Cup with big expectations. I mean, they've reached the round of 16 in the last 2 World Cups. Do you think they've matched those expectations, JD, in the World Cup, what we've seen so far?
I wouldn't say they've matched it as of yet because, as you alluded to, right, they've understand what knockout football is. They understand how to win in knockout football as well. And I think the important thing we need to recognise with this Japan team, I know sometimes we look at the history of these nations and we kind of don't give them the respect that they deserve. This team had to deal with, first of all, an injury crisis just before the camp started and some of their key players not being able to participate in this World Cup. But they actually have, I would say, a very fluid system. Like, it's very clear as to who they are and what they're trying to do from the beginning right through to the end. Their consistency and their discipline, I think, has really showcased that. They don't necessarily need a star because they believe in the actual ethos of the team, the control and the manipulation, especially in the midfield, has been something that I haven't seen. They caught the Netherlands by surprise, and a lot of the other teams now are taking note. But I've been thoroughly impressed with Japan. If you haven't taken note of what they've done, then they're definitely going to showcase what they can do in the future.
No, I'm glad you brought up the injuries. So Mitoma from Brighton, not available. Endo, their captain from Liverpool, not available. Minamino from Monaco, not available. I mean, these are 3 key guys that they relied on. And then Take Kubo, who's maybe their best creator, hurts his knee 45 minutes into the Netherlands game, and yet they still keep moving. And what I really was impressed with the Netherlands game, Big Tones, was the fact that they actually played more like the Dutch do historically than the Dutch did. And I wonder if they're going to give some of Brazil their own medicine as well, because they just have this ability to adapt to whoever they're playing against. And I think that makes them very dangerous.
Yeah, first off, there's been a lot of federations that have played Brazil, right, and said this is the biggest game in the history of our federation. It is. And we did this in '94. I remember hearing this, prior to the game. Biggest game we've ever played. It's Brazil. They still have the yellow jersey. It still means something. It's not Jogo Bonito that we saw in 1970, but that's gone away, for years now. This Japanese side, the thing that I would fear the most and the thing that I would look at the most is the midfield, the movement in the midfield. This is typical of what Japan has showed us World Cup after World Cup. It's about movement, constant movement, hawking the ball all the time. I look at this Brazilian midfield, as talented as they are, Casemiro, Paqueta, and Bruno Guimaraes, right? Not the fastest of players, certainly talented. I would take this midfield over the Japanese midfield in most occasions, but on a day like this, that would be the part of the field that I think I would study the most as I'm looking at this tactically.
OK, buddy, we are going to be bringing in former Brazilian international Lucas Leiva right now to talk about this matchup. Lucas, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining us on Morning Footy today. First question I'm going to ask you is, what have you made of this Brazilian side so far in the World Cup?
Thank you very much for having me. I think Brazil is getting better every game. I think it gets to at this point with more confidence than they were after the Morocco game. I think the Scotland game was quite good. So I think Brazil arrives in a good point, with a lot of confidence. But I agree with you guys. I think Japan has been really good. I think the way they play, and they are very disciplined. They run back to defend. You have the types of Ueda, Maeda, and Nakamura that they are really good players. So Brazil will have a big test. Japan beat Brazil in a friendly game. Was only 4 starters in that game, but which means that the test will be very, very difficult for Brazil. But I'm confident that Brazil, especially after the last game against Scotland, will arrive to the game, with the right approach. And am I hoping that they can beat Japan, of course.
Lucas, it's one of the best shirts to wear in world football, the Brazilian gold shirt. But if you were in that Brazilian midfield, how would you approach the Japanese team to make sure you were successful?
Well, I think control the game would be really important. Like I said, Japan, they can adapt really well to the different type of players. So Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes, and Paqueta, I think they will have to really control the midfield, don't lose position, and let Cunha and Vini Jr. and Ryan probably to do the attacking phase, but especially Casemiro, I think he will be the key for this Brazil midfield, because we could see that he was quite exposed against Morocco and Brazil suffered a lot. So, but like I said, midfield will be really important if they control the game, if they can, get the ball, have the possession, and don't concede, especially counterattacks for the Japanese team. I think Brazil will be successful.
Lucas, talk to us about Rafinha. Obviously a big loss for him. He was primed to have a big World Cup. He's now out. Hayan comes in to fill his stead, still a younger player. Obviously a good season at Bournemouth, but still young and untested in some ways. How is that your best front three, you would say, given the options available?
I think so. I think, with the injury of Rafinha, is a big loss for Brazil, of course. But Rafinha was kind of playing as a 10 in the first game, if you remember. So I think Ryan staying on the right, it gives more like a balanced team. Of course, Ryan is really young, but had a very good impact in the Premier League as soon as he came in. He is more or less similar to the Vini Jr. So in terms of the power, the pace, and take people on. So listen, I think this is the best 11 that Ancelotti feels right now, and they considered really. They didn't consider a lot, for the first 3 games. They only considered 1 goal. We scored 7. So I think that's the best 11 at the moment. But of course, Rafinha is a big loss because he has experience and he could, he could create something more from the right side. But I think Brazil is with Ryan is in a good place.
Look, let's stay with Carlo Ancelotti here. After match day 1, he said something to the effect, we grow into the tournament. You touched on this. He also said it's not about how we look, it's about winning games, right? And it seems, I'm the biggest fan of Carlo Ancelotti. Anybody here will tell you. But it seems so un-Brazilian, right? Because as neutrals, we just think of flair and beauty. And how is that perceived in Brazil?
Yeah, I understand. I think everybody expects the joga bonito, like you called, But Ancelotti, I agree with Ancelotti. I think you only get confidence and you only get that flair winning games. Brazil is growing on the competition, and today will be another big test. I think Brazil will beat Japan. But yes, I think first thing, Italian side of Ancelotti, of course, is trying to, first of all, have a very strong, balanced team, not concede much. And then with the confidence growing, I think Brazil will create chances and we will score many goals. So, and then the flair and the joga bonito will come back, and then we could see some, parts, some clips against Scotland.
Lucas, since we're on the topic of flair, I think we should probably address the elephant in the room, which is around Neymar. How would you manage his minutes? What would you do in terms of now we're in the knockout stages? And what do you see at 34 years old from Neymar, one of the best players of all time?
Yeah, it will be a real challenge for the staff, to use Neymar in the right time. I don't see Neymar fit to start the game at the moment. I don't think he's fit enough to start. But Neymar, he has the ability to impact any game. I think today, again, if Brazil needs, he'll probably come on. And he played, I think, 14, 15 minutes the last game. Today, maybe he could play another 30. Let's see if Brazil needs it. And he's a player that you need to take care, because he had so many injuries the last couple of years. But he's a player that to have around and make an impact, especially in the last 30 minutes, 15 minutes, I think it's a privilege. It's a luxury for Brazil. So I hope that he stays fit and Brazil goes all the way. So then we're going to see Neymar in a better fitness-wise condition for the late stage of the tournament.
So, Lucas, let's talk about kind of Brazil historically. I feel like you always produce dynamic fullbacks. So on the left side, you had Roberto Carlos, you had Marcelo. On the right side, Cafu, who was one of my favorites of all time, and Dani Alves. This time around, I feel like the media, at least over here, has identified the outside backs as maybe a weaker spot for this Brazilian team. How do you rate these fullbacks, and do you think that's going to help Brazil win or lose this tournament?
I don't think it's a weak spot. I think the fullbacks of Brazil now on this time in this World Cup is just different. Of course, when we talk about Brazil, you remember about Cafu and Roberto Carlos and Marcelo and Maicon and Dani Alves. But we have different types of fullbacks at the moment. The team had to adapt. I think that will give you more consistent and more freedom to the front players. I think it's a different way. I don't think it's a weak spot, but it's a different of playing. That's why it's so important, I think, to have the wingers that is a real threat and very good on a 1v1. And of course, and Vini Jr. playing a little bit more inside to be dangerous and get the ball closer to the box. But the fullbacks they play different. I wouldn't say they are weak, but they play in a different way in this World Cup.
Lucas, I want to talk to not the analyst, not the former pro. I just want to talk to the Brazilian. How far does this team go? Be honest with me. Like, what do you actually see in terms of the expectations for 2026 in this World Cup?
Listen, as Brazilian, we don't expect less than a win. But of course, it's a big question. If we go all the way until the semifinal, we play Argentina, that are playing really good at the moment. But I really think Brazil growing into the competition, we have a big chance of making the final. If we're gonna win, we never know. But of course, if you had asked me after Morocco, I would say, maybe quarterfinal. But after Scotland, I'm a little bit more excited, and I'm hoping that Brazil can go all the way. But like I said, today is a big game. Big game for Brazil. They cannot have a bad game today, otherwise they are out. So it will be a great test.
Yes, Lucas, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
That was great.
Good luck today.
Thanks,
Enjoy
Lucas.
the game.
That was awesome.
Legendary,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
See you later. OK, everybody, that's Brazil taking on Japan in the round of 32 later today. Do stay with us, everyone. We've got much more Morning Footy on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman, All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
A day many in the country have been waiting for. The United States is hosting a World Cup match on American soil.
Feels like I'm gonna play. I'm butterflies. The belief is back.
Their first ever performance at a World Cup, which features 4 goals scored.
They went out and put out a performance that they should be very proud of. I'm very proud of them, and I'm really excited about Australia. Like, bring those Socceroos on. You're a catalyst for a lot of the trash talk that's been happening.
I see an elephant in the room. I see a team that's inferior to us in every single way. This is the United States of America over here. This is a special place. In the end, the football spoke 2-0. Thank you very much.
He's got to keep it rolling. We have something very special for our birthday boy over there. So happy birthday, Chuck. Come on, boys. Hey, that's another early start. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay, let's go. The group stage is done. Reminder, that game against Bosnia is on July 1st in San Francisco, and it should be a good one.
Well, the United States rolls on to the round of 32, taking on Bosnia and Herzegovina Wednesday, July 1st. And the only place for all your U.S. and World Cup insight, it's Call It What You Want. Join U.S. legends Tony Meola, Jimmy Conrad, Charlie Davies, and Marcelo Balboa live on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. Previews, recaps, insights, analysis, all of it. Plus, Wednesday for this U.S. match, the knockout game, Mackenzie Brooks, she's going to be in Chicago at Recess Chicago for the game. It's a big one, and I'm so excited for it. Well, yesterday on Morning Footy, we had our betting expert, John Buckets Eimer, on. He gave us his knockout bracket pick, specifically how the U.S. would fare against Bosnia. Take a listen.
USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. We're going to go with Bosnia, and then right away into Belgium versus Senegal.
Buckets, you kind of stumbled through something really quick. Explain yourself. I want to have some clarification, some context as to why you went the Bosnia over the U.S.
I'm the betting guy. My job's to bet with my wallet and not with my heart, and to find value in places that people might be too scared or too biased to look. I think USA are probably the slightly better team, but Bosnia have shown a lot of heart here. Jimmy, you know I'm a betting man. We going to put something on this game?
Tattoo.
I'm going to get a Mike Grella tattoo on my leg.
I'll get Grella's face on my ass.
So yesterday, clearly, there were some unfinished bets on the show as we do welcome in John Buckets Eimer. There were some tattoos thrown out there, of course, bringing in Mike Grella to it, a callback to U.S. versus Australia in the group stage game. Fellas, where did we land on the wager?
I left it up to these two guys to figure it out. So I'm hearing it for the first time, so I'm ready to roll.
So we were texting after the show, and Buckets, you decided to get a tattoo of me and Big Tones somewhere on you if the U.S. wins?
If the USA win, I will get a tattoo of whatever you guys want me to get. The only problem, Jimmy, is in a perfect world, it is not your face because my girlfriend's a big fan of yours, and I'd rather her not see you, every time. But
maybe that's a good thing for you, Buckets. I don't know. It depends on how you look at
it. I will get a tattoo of whatever you guys want if Bosnia does not advance and beat USA in this round of 32.
Okay. On the flip side, we're not going to get tattoos. Sorry, Buckets. But we will donate to an animal shelter, $250 from me, and then Big Tones is going to match that. Good? We good on that?
Easy. Easiest bet of my life. Absolutely.
Easiest bet of my life.
Wow. This is it. I can't wait to follow up on this, see how it goes.
I can't wait for him to be crying when he's getting his tattoo of my face. And his girlfriend
can't wait to support Jimmy immediately after this game.
What's that?
What are you going to make him get?
Yeah, probably our faces.
Do we have to decide now?
No, I guess we don't have to decide now.
All right.
I will point out, I'm friends with a tattoo artist up there in Connecticut. I'll do the tattoo on air if we want to do something special. Not that it matters because it won't happen, of course. But if it does happen, we can definitely have some fun with this one.
Okay. All right.
Wow. And Buckets, you came dressed to the nines today. What's the special occasion?
Oh, I'm here for my own funeral because if this game goes poorly, I am in a lot of trouble. So I just thought I'd prep for that in advance.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Buckets, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll see you when you get your tattoo.
Yeah, good luck, Buckets.
Yep, see you guys soon. Good luck, everyone.
not. I love this wager. I love that we're bringing it from one show into the next. And
He's leveled up, though. That's a big wager from his perspective.
Yeah, it's a big one. Well, let's talk about this game, U.S. against Bosnia, and some key matchups that we're going to see on Wednesday. And I want to hear from you guys. Jimmy, I'm going to start with you. We're looking at opposing strikers versus the United States defense, specifically Chris Richards against Edin Dzeko. What do you see there?
Yeah, so Chris Richards is going to have his hands full, I should say. Edin Dzeko, 40 years old, called the Bosnian Diamond. They call him the umbrella. The fans consider him the umbrella because he's just in charge and has cover of everybody. He's going to be really important to the team. He hasn't scored yet, but he's got 73 goals for his country, which is pretty impressive. And he's just a living legend, and they'll have a statue of him at some point. He will have an impact in this game, whether it's him drawing our players in and around him, but Chris Richards will have his hands full, and Tim Ream as well. That's what I expect to be the same starting 11 that we played against Paraguay. That said, it's just a matter of where he kind of sets up shop. Demirovic will also be involved too, and how are they playing off of each other, then how are they bringing in their young wingers with Begovic and Baratarevic are going to be really, really important to see how we can slow that down. And then I know we're talking kind of Chris Richards versus Edin Dzeko, but there will be some really important movement from Tyler Adams and Malik Tillman in terms of how they protect that space so that we can't get any entry passes. Because if Bosnia can find entry passes into Dzeko in particular, that's just going to allow them to bring more players into the attack, and that makes us suffer a little bit more. So I'm hopeful we can just keep our line high. Because Dzeko doesn't have a lot of speed, so we don't have to really worry about him being a threat in behind. So it's just a matter of just keeping the play in front of us as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm glad you hit on that part. He's not a guy that's going to stretch the defense, right? He's going to sit between the two center backs, occupy Richards and Ream, and I think he's a typical target now, especially as he's gotten older, right? No running into the channels, none of that stuff. That's what Demirovic does, right? So they'll have he's a presence on the field. He always has been. He always will be. If it becomes a game where they start putting a lot of crosses in the box, he can become really dangerous. And Italian fans will tell you after the qualifier that they lost, he was involved in that last goal, made a mess in the box, and before you knew it, it was 1-1. They go to penalty kicks and lose. That's the type of game we're going to see, I think, from this Bosnian side.
I agree.
Okay, well, so that's Bosnian attack against the U.S. defense. What if we flip that, Tony, and we go Flo Balogun against Tarek Muharemovic?
Yeah, so a little bit different than what we're seeing on the other side, right? These two guys, by the way, Marinovic has been a guy who's got the most clearances. I'm more impressed with Katic. He's the cover and balance guy. A guy that plays at Schalke, 29 years old. We saw him again in that first game against Canada. I forget where we were, wherever. Well, we were at the game. Yeah, you were in Kansas City. We were in LA. We were watching this game and texting him like, this guy, I'm surprised an MLS team doesn't come after this guy, right? Based on his, but two big center backs. They're really strong. If we get into, Lisa, a game where we're crossing balls in the box, and that's what the game becomes, I think it becomes more advantageous for Bosnia, right? We have to find little spaces. Flo Balogun's a guy that can run behind this defense, right? If he finds some space, can run off the shoulders of players. And if we can get in that second level and start to dribble at their midfield, I think we'll find some success. But this team is really, really organized, Jimmy, and it starts with the two center backs.
100%. I'm actually going to take exception to the key defensive errors because Muharemovic got a red card against Switzerland. So that
changed the game, right?
I mean, it
feels like that. Now that game, I think, has kind of skewed maybe the perception of Bosnia overall because it was 0-0 after 75 minutes against Switzerland. Then the Swiss score a goal kind of on a second action after a set piece to make it 1-0. Then the red card happens, and then it just unlocks, and they score 3 goals, and it ends up being 4-1. So I feel like for 75 minutes, they're running with a very good Switzerland team. They tied one of the hosts with Canada, and then they beat Qatar. Like, they're in every conversation, and when we saw them in qualifying as well, they're always hanging around. And they do just enough. They went down to Italy. They figure out a way to get back in the game, and they go on to win it, right? So this is a team you cannot sleep on. But I do agree with Big Tones that those two center backs are going to be key for them in a lot of different ways, in terms of not just making plays, but also organizing the players in front of them.
Okay, so we looked at defense, offense for both sides. But what about the wing areas and the flanks, specifically Christian Pulisic against Decic in the back?
Yeah, for me, Amar Dedic didn't play in the last game because he had a yellow card, and I think he's nursing a little bit of an injury. He has a thigh thing, so I'm curious if he'll start, but I guess he's been training, so this is something to keep an eye on. When Christian came on in particular against Turkey, it was fantastic, and the game changed. Very similar to Alphonso Davies yesterday for Canada. When you have a player of that quality that all of a sudden steps in, everybody else around starts to get more confidence too. Like, oh, our guy's on. you know, we're going to go make plays. And we know what he can do, what he can provide. And now I feel like when Christian's on the field, Balogun can run with more purpose. Right? Everybody runs with a little bit more purpose when you have those types of players in and around you. So I think that's a matchup that we can exploit, but that's just going to end up probably attracting more attention. So Katic will end up coming over to double, and then that hopefully, in theory, would open up more space for Balogun.
Lisa, I'm going to flip it to the other side. Sead Kolasinac, right? A guy we watch week in and week out in Serie A, captain of this side, a little bit older now, but certainly sort of the heart and soul of this team from the left back position. Serginho Dest, this is a big day for him because I think this is a guy that he can take 1v1. It's a guy that likes to get tight, likes to hit you. You'll see early in the match, he'll leave a boot in. You know, he's going to Serginho Dest. If he's on his game, as we've seen the last couple of matches, he could have a field day, right, in making this guy run backwards. But you talk about experience. Anyone on this team, outside of Dzeko, who's the guy, but on the other end of the field, if you're talking in this back four right here about a guy that's got the experience to deal with somebody like him, this is the guy right here. Kolasinac has been a good pro for so many years, but this is a really fascinating matchup to me.
I think to add to that, too, the more that we have success out in the wings, so if Dest can really pin him back, that's just going to force their younger wingers to have to come back and help defend. And the more that we can pin Bosnia back, the better the game's going to be for us.
Clearly a lot to watch in this game.
Can't wait.
A lot to break down. This was just a taste of it. If you like it, you like what you hear, there's more to come. Later today, call it what you want. The podcast will be live on the Golazo America YouTube channel, previewing the knockout game against Bosnia. It'll be Jimmy Conrad, Tony Miola, and Charlie Davies bringing you all the preview insight. Stick with us here on Morning Footy. We'll be back with more 48 Nations after this quick break.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others, but they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow! Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Nico Cantor's coast-to-coast RV trip across the US during this summer's World Cup. So he spent most of his Sunday catching up with friends and family in Miami, doing an Argentinian asado, which is their barbecue. Look at that, guys.
Looks great.
Looks lovely. That doesn't surprise me that Nico's a good chef. Does it surprise anyone?
Have you been to one of his parties? No, at the house.
No,
He's incredible.
never.
He's incredible.
Well, everyone, even while Nico was on the grill, he loves his trivia, and he actually sent us a quick video explaining the trivia today. Everyone, take a listen.
One of the most historic upsets in World Cup history happened on this day in 1950, when the U.S., made up of mostly amateur and part-time players, beat England to a 1-0 win. Can you name me the goal scorer?
That from Nico.
Tony Meola?
Well, here's the question that he just asked. Do we have the answer?
Is it Gaetjens?
Gaetjens.
Production, should we put the answer up?
That's...
Correction.
Gaetjens.
Correction?
That's
Correct.
not how I was going to spell that.
No, I didn't.
I'm actually.
That's the next test.
I'm actually glad you guys pronounced it before I had to.
Have you ever seen the video of this? This one, Hannah, is in black and white.
Oh, is it?
But yeah, they're literally everybody is lined around the field. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like an old. Yeah, it's crazy.
Nice, lovely.
Yeah.
Right, good stuff, good trivia. Everyone, we are joined with Mackenzie because she's going to be giving us our Monday's best bets. So, Mackenzie, what have you got for us?
I have 4 different bets for us. We're going to move our way through the slate here, starting with Brazil, Japan. I went for a parlay. I took 2, kind of heavily juiced things, and I put them together. So the first one is going to be Japan 3+ shots on target and over 1.5 goals. As far as the Japan shots on target, they've had at least 3 in every single World Cup game so far, and Brazil has conceded at least 3 shots on target in every single game thus far in the World Cup. The over 1.5. Now, I wanted to just take both teams to score, but I like that this gives us a little more insurance.
This is total goals.
It is total goals.
Okay.
If it does just end up being Brazil here, odds makers, sports books are assuming that Brazil will score. The question becomes Japan. Personally, I do think Japan will score, as they have done every single game so far in 10 of their last 15. So again, this just gives us a little more insurance of the both teams to score. It gets us to around -113. Then we move on to Germany, Paraguay. Now I'm taking 2 different bets here. Very similar theory as to what it's going to be. I do like them to cover this spread because you're getting such a great price of around even money here. Another 2-leg parlay. Germany over 4.5 corners. I'm dabbling back in the corners market, okay? They had 8 against Ivory Coast and Curacao here, and just the game script of a Paraguay low block potentially. They start winning corner after corner after corner. That's why we could see them go over that 4.5 number they typically do, as well as their shots on target. That gets us to around even money. And then we move on to the final game, Netherlands, Morocco, and we just go with what we know here. Both teams to score, -134. Now we had some, better price picks before, so we can take one -134. I know we have a different setup this year. When you go back to Qatar, you saw both teams to score in that round of 16. The first phase of knockout stage, just cash time and time again. I do think we'll start to see more of them as we get into more competition here. And this is something that's cash for both of these teams thus far in this tournament. Just an easy one to end out the night, guys.
Lovely stuff. Jimmy?
Yeah, great bets. Yeah, really smart.
Very good.
Yeah.
Who's the favorite in this one, numbers-wise?
It is.
Got to be close, right?
Yeah. It's one of those where, both can be plus money. And when I see that, that's where I just want to take both teams to score. When I see the closer spreads, nothing like a Germany, Paraguay, but something like this, that's where I just ignore the money lines and I go to both teams.
Do you ever do double chance where you can bet the win or draw?
I do, but sometimes it's like minus
win or draw and
300.
over 1.5. Or...
Yeah, you can't always parlay those together.
That's
I'm
true.
always looking for them, but the prices sometimes are
That's fair.
no fun.
It's going to be great slate of games, though.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's going to be very exciting. Thank you very much for your bets, Mackenzie. You're on the Golazo Network the whole rest of the day, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am. We'll
to give her best bets during these round of 32 matches, everybody. We're 18 days down in the World Cup. We're just getting started here on the Golazo Network, everybody. Do stay tuned for more.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC?